let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
That's an
happy she gets a
impossible
gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a per-
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or
let's
could.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot!
I
You
thought
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
Ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 254.
Four.
Change that part.
You did not. It's okay. But we know.
We know.
Yeah, it's been an up and down week for a lot of people this week. It's been a real weird weather week. We finally got a little bit of rain to cool it off after it got a little warm. We don't have our AC. Actually, we don't have central air, so I did install the window unit last week.
I saw that.
Oh my god, it got really hot and really fast, and I got really upset really quick. I needed to be doing.
You're like me. You don't like.
I
Hot.
need to be cold. Yes,
Right.
unless I'm in a setting where I'm okay to be hot, like a beach or a lake or a swimming pool, a place where I understand I'm going to be sweating. I know I'm going to be sweating because I'm there, not in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sweat in your living room. That's the thing, unless you're doing various activities. So,
Right.
yeah. No, you had to turn your AC on too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you didn't want to.
No, I was hoping to make it to May, but I
It's
didn't.
already May. It's May 3rd. Wow. It's freaking 5 months into 2021, guys. It's crazy.
I don't know
Amen.
what year went by faster right now.
I think this year is already going by faster.
This year's going by so fast.
I can't find, even though I don't have an actual job, I still can't find enough time in the day to do everything I need to do. I still don't. I mowed the lawn over the weekend. That was pretty nice.
Saw
Finally
that.
got that taken care of. Again, God, it's going to be every 2 week thing, I guess, for the next
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months.
Didn't
So.
rain today as much as
It
was
looked like there was a
suspected to.
hurricane that hit the Midwest. You know, did you see how big that
Yeah.
the storm was last night? That went across like Everything in the Midwest, you didn't see it?
No, I did see
No,
it.
I'm talking to Alex.
No, I didn't actually.
No.
Mm-mm.
I thought you looked
No.
at that right when you got off stream.
No, I looked at like there were supposed to be some sprinkles here, and I didn't
Possible thunderstorms late tonight.
Oh yay!
Yeah, we fall asleep now with thunderstorms going off. As our YouTube, they have a 10-hour playlist of a repeated thunderstorm.
Nice.
So nice.
What is it? EM? No, it's not EMDR. It's ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that. So you can listen and fall asleep to it. It's real easy. And, the Kentucky Derby was also the weekend.
Yeah.
You are way too excited for horse racing.
It's super exciting. This race it's an exciting 2 minutes.
I watched I watched it, but the last 10 seconds was probably the 4 coming up, and the fact that Stupid Sandwich didn't make the top 4 makes me upset.
Because of the name.
Because of the name, yeah. I like
name?
the name.
That's
Stupid
cute.
Sandwich.
So I got to talk about a few things about it. So
Sure.
Essential Quality was the favorite. Essential Quality did not win. The winner
No.
was Medina Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a few facts about the Medina Spirit and this year's Kentucky Derby. So Medina Spirit has never been passed by another horse.
And still to this day.
So however you want, whatever pronoun you want to use. It's only like a 6th race ever.
Really? How do you qualify into that?
I don't know how it works.
I don't
I
either.
don't know.
I don't
But-
understand it.
He's never been passed, and he got out to lead early, and he held it the entire way.
Let me take a guess on how. Yeah, the whole way he was always in front, but Stupid Sandwich was in second, and I was like, oh sweet, and then went all the way back to I think 5th or 6th. I didn't look at the top rankings. I just cared about who won and who was in the top 4. So
So Medina Spirit was also trained by Bob Baffert. Now, what I didn't know is that Bob Baffert. I talked
Doesn't
about
he
this
have,
last
like,
year.
5 horses that he trains or something like that.
Well,
that's
he may
in it?
have multiple horses. I think he had 2 or 3 in this race. But he and I talked about this last year. He's like the Bill Belichick of
Yeah.
horse racing.
Yeah.
This is his 7th Derby win.
that's weird. You say Bill Belichick. It's weird you say that
Why?
because you see what happened to Bill Belichick this year.
Well, on the same
Think about.
note, Bill Belichick has been accused over the years of cheating.
Okay.
Bob Baffert
Has he?
has had a little controversy
Really?
in his career.
Oh.
He actually just had 2 of his wins reinstated after investigation of doping. His horses being doped.
Oh man.
So he's had a little
Oh.
questionable to his integrity or whatever you want to call it.
That sucks.
But it's the most Kentucky Derby wins for a trainer ever. And the last kind of thing about Medina Spirit at one time was bought for $1,000.
Oh, okay. So, like, as it was being bred, it was
Right.
raised.
Mhm.
How old
Um,
is Medina Spirit? Did you?
I think most of the time they're 2 or 3 years old
Okay.
when they run the Derby.
That's actually not
um,
that long.
But the Derby winner gets over $1 million. So it's quite the return on investment for that horse.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
one is when.
The Preakness is in 2 weeks.
Oh, they're doing it all.
So
in
it
a,
goes
okay.
Derby, and then in 2 weeks, I think it's the Preakness. I can never remember the order.
I thought
I'm pretty
the-
sure
I
it's the Preakness.
The
is
Preakness was
next.
first.
No, the Derby
No,
is
the
always
Derby
first.
is always first.
2 weeks later is the Preakness.
I'm pretty sure it's the Preakness.
And then I think the
next.
Belmont isn't for like 6 weeks after the Preakness.
They're doing that. They're doing all this in the proper time, as
Yes,
opposed
it
to
was
last
out
year.
of it was out of order last year. This
Yeah.
year is back in order, and they let in a lot more people this year than they did.
Did
last
we
year.
have any did not qualify because
The jockey
the
fell
jockey
No.
fell off and the horse just decided
No,
to keep going?
The actual race was very good. I hear you didn't watch it,
No, I had not. I mean, I want to watch it. I
but
mean,
you watched it.
Josh watched. I don't know when he won. Then
What-
again, I
what-
was like, he
what were you doing?
probably working
Sleeping.
or sleeping.
It was Sunday.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
Saturday. Sorry. It was Saturday evening.
I'm already almost 4 episodes behind in Handmaid's Tale.
Alex is behind.
Just
in
came
everything.
out and everyone's yelling at me. I'm like, I can barely stay up for an hour ahead of time as it is when I'm home. So I'm sorry.
I really enjoy watching the Triple Crown races. I know nothing about horse racing.
It's just
but
exciting to
it's
watch.
fun. It's exciting, especially when it's a close race. 4 horses within a length and a half of each other at the end.
I should have.
So
Yeah.
it's very tight.
I should have asked Rick if he bets on those.
Yeah,
I
we should.
wouldn't doubt it if you would,
Me
because he's big on it. He talks
Yeah.
about it all the time, and
Yeah.
he's not bad at it either. He doesn't lose
does
big.
his- he does
he
his
doesn't play
homework.
big either.
No, but he does his homework.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But he plays like $20 here. He doesn't go big.
Uh-huh.
I think
I mean,
he does
the
a
biggest
little
he's
bit
done is
more
a
than
couple
that.
hundred, I
Yeah.
think. But
But-
he's not.
No, he's
not,
pretty good at
He's
it.
not a career gambler.
No.
Like there's people who do that. Like
Like
I remember
professionals.
there was a time we went to the casino in Minnesota and we were walking out and there was a guy who was leaving with us. He's like, "Oh man, I'm out $5,000."
Yeah.
He's walking out like nothing.
Like nothing. And I was like,
This is your sport.
and Josh and I were walking out like, I lost $20.
Well, I would
Right.
assume, and I don't know any professional gamblers, but I would hope that they have like a threshold where if they lose, they can cover. You know, there
Yeah.
are degenerates that just are in the hole all the time,
Mhm.
but they're professional.
Mhm.
The professionals are professional for a reason.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Did you do anything over the week? Anything interesting?
No, I had
No.
kind of a rough weekend as far as work goes. I had some long days,
Yeah.
but I was still off Saturday. Yeah, no, I worked Saturday. I was off yesterday.
We gotta do a Monopoly night sometime.
I reckon.
Yeah, we can get a full board going to 6. That'd be pretty fun.
Did
on
you
the
say you
Xbox.
bought a Switch?
He
I did.
did.
Hey,
He
well-
didn't say it on the podcast, but
Oh.
That is true.
Either way, well, Mario Party is now online.
it is.
And that would be
Mm.
fun to do like a podcast like online.
I have a couple stories about. So I was rolling through the Switch store,
hmm
and
There's a lot.
Republic Commando is on the Switch now.
Yeah, it's just so much stuff.
Now
so much
I also
content.
saw that Republic Commando so it's been on the Xbox, the Microsoft Store for a while
Mhm.
because it's backwards compatible original Xbox title.
This is so weird. That Nintendo and Microsoft. There's got to be an announcement at E3. There has to be. There has to be.
I would think so.
They have to partner up on some sort. They have to.
But so it's been available. They even gave it away one month for gold, but they never added trophies or achievements. But the PS4 version does have trophies.
Okay.
So there's $15. Been playing through that on PS4.
Oh, okay.
And then it's on the Switch, and I thought that would be a nice one to have for my purpose of the Switch is to be completely mobile. I'm not
Right.
going to play it on my TV.
You didn't buy the light though.
No, I didn't.
Okay. That's
But
still good. That's
I
still
do
good. You get
have-
better battery, I think.
Yes, I do have a Super Mega Baseball story that I think you'll like.
What'd you do? Did you buy it? You bought it on the Switch?
Not yet.
Oh.
Because I was kind of hoping for it to go on sale.
It will. It will. There's gonna be a summer sale, I'm sure, coming up.
So I was playing a game of baseball, and I still have a drift problem in my PS4 controller. I have not. Supposedly you can take it apart and air it out and clean it off your sticks, and it will help. But I just haven't
love
done it
taking
yet.
apart controllers when you have the ability to put them back together easily. Now they're a lot more difficult.
Yes.
They used to be easy.
The 360 controller, I took apart a few of those.
Oh, we did too.
We did too.
We were piecing those, Frankensteining them, and
Yeah.
making them all cool.
Yeah,
getting
we
new
would.
sticks on Amazon and
Mhm.
switching them out.
I've watched a video for the PS4 controller, and it does not. It seems a little more difficult. I still might try it just because this drift is
A lot of
annoying
things
the crap
like,
out of me.
just snap in together.
Yes.
It's a lot more scary to take apart. You'll break the plastic.
Yes.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm playing this game of baseball, and because of my drift, I miss a fielding a ball, and I go down 0-3.
Mm.
So this is all. The series of events happens in like the same inning.
Ooh.
So I go down 0-3, and the next batter up, and I drill the pitcher. I hit the ball, it just hits him. He drops like a sack of potatoes.
Nice. I love it.
So of course I'm laughing, and I get on base, and the pitcher gets taken out. Doesn't throw another pitch. Taken out immediately, and then when someone goes out with an injury, their name pops up, and it says like what kind of injury.
Yeah.
All it says is extreme pain.
Oh my.
So my next batter up drills the pitcher.
Oh no.
It may not have been the first pitch, but it was the next batter.
Oh my.
Drills him. That one drops out. Doesn't throw another pitch. Taken out. Extreme pain.
Are you trying to
Love
do this
it.
on purpose?
Do you have
at
a-
this point?
No, because sometimes literally I'll hit it and the ball will go between their legs, or it will go whizzing by their head.
Ooh.
Like, oh man, that would have taken his head off.
Yeah.
So the second pitcher goes out, third pitcher comes in,
Oh,
Again, in the
no.
same inning, the next two batters, I hit home runs.
Oh my god.
I go up 5-3 in the same inning.
That is intense. Okay, now that
Oh,
is
it
the
was
way
so
baseball
good.
should
That
be.
sounds like an actual
It was
exciting
great.
game.
It sounds brutal.
And did I tell you I played MLB The Show?
Mm-mm.
I did, and they do a great job of their control settings are so user friendly or customizable so that you can play to your ability.
Okay.
So they literally like the first half hour you're just fine tuning the controls.
Okay.
So I've only played like the problem is it's still so slow.
It's a slow paced game.
Yes.
Mm.
So like a 9 inning game, it would take longer than playing a game of Madden.
Madden's normally about an hour.
Well, if
normally,
you play, depending on your quarters, I think I play 7-minute quarters,
I think
so I
it's
get it down
7.
to about 20-25 minutes per game.
Oh, but
But
you
I'm
don't
also
play both
playing
sides.
just offense.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be a good probably 40 minutes to play a 9 inning game of baseball on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I just it's fun, but that's what I love about Super Mega Baseball is it's so fast paced. Just
Right.
boom, 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 boom. I can get through 9 innings in about 20 minutes.
Huh,
It's
okay.
good. It's good. I haven't really invested my time in any. Wait, I did invest my time in some games actually. I went back to Tetris Effect, Connected. I love that game. Tetris is great, but I'm discovering new ways to play now that I'm launching it more and playing it more. It's not just your average Tetris. It's definitely recommended for Series X players if you want to have like a good sound and visual game that plays
It's a
Tetris.
very pretty game on the
Very
console.
much so. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. But I did also check out Undertale for the first time. If you've ever heard of this game, it came out many years ago. It's an indie developed game. Very popular among PC players.
Say Undertale?
Undertale. It's
I'm
an
thinking
RPG.
I'm thinking of Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh no.
With the fox.
No, I'm not gonna. No, that was that was actually supposed to be
That was
Conker's Bad Fur
that was
Day.
Oh.
revamp.
Platformer
That's
that
what I thought you were talking
didn't
about.
go over well. I think.
No. I think I haven't heard anything about that one, but no. Like I tried out Undertale and gotta say it's very retro feeling from like the NES series, but very scary. Like right away you approach this flower and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you." All of a sudden he turns evil and kicks your ass. It's creepy too, the way the flower's face deforms. It's so scary. Like they make 8-bit retro graphics look creepy, so the
Yeah.
developer did a good job. So I don't know if I'll go back to it. I might, but it was a fun game to play, check out. So, but that was when Alex was checking out her new game on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What?
Oh, do you want me to talk about it?
Well, yeah, we'll talk about
Just
games.
kidding.
Yeah.
No, so if we're gonna be doing playing and watching, Friday was the 22-year apart release for new Pokemon Snap. So, and I was 22 years. So last time it was out was when it came out for me when I was a kid. So I was very much into it. So I was going to be very biased and picky about this game. And I mean, as of right now, I'm giving it like an 8.5. It's other than a couple stupid or confusing scoring, I don't know what you want to call it, just the way that they score things. Score system, yeah. It's other than that, it basically is a huge nostalgia factor. It's got a huge nostalgia factor to it, and it's the same exact game, but very much revamped. There's not a lot of challenge to it. Everything, it is exactly what I wanted it to be, which is a laid back new Pokemon Snap where you're not trying to go back and forth. It's all the maps are beautiful. The new Pokemon are cool. It's the way that the camera
Does
is.
it make you feel like a kid?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It brings
That's good.
back a lot of memories and how cool things are and trying different tricks and finding hidden things to get the best
You're
picture
certainly reacting to
and-
them a different way than I expected. Like you're mad that there's no Professor Oak. It's this other dude.
I know,
Some-
it's just because they keep trying to hint like, oh, this other guy invented this, or oh, like there's some callbacks to
Some
the
movie.
original.
Yeah.
So I do like that, but there's more of a storyline to it. It's not needed, but there's just a couple things that are setbacks, but they're not enough
Yeah.
for me to hate the game. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun actually.
Yeah. It's good. Good time to see you enjoy yourself with that. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you playing anything else, Brett? Do any other stories on that? Watching anything else?
I started watching something today that was very interesting. And I knew this was out, kind of forgot about it. I was just scrolling through HBO Max, but I landed on Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is
I've been wanting to watch that.
is
That's the Tom Hanks, right?
You can
No,
watch
that's
that
the
without
movie.
Oh.
This is the documentary
Okay.
that came out in 2018 about Fred Rogers.
Oh.
And it's an hour and a half long, and I think I got through the first hour on my lunch break today, but
I was gonna say, did you fall asleep to it like everybody fell asleep to Mr. Rogers?
I did not. But so far, the most interesting thing that I did not know is that I forget the year, but it was in the 70s, and PBS was, it was a thing, and Mr. Rogers, of course, is on PBS, and they were getting their funding cut by Nixon because he had to find money for the Vietnam War. He had to find budget.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and he was not a fan, I guess, of PBS. So of course that was first on the chopping block.
Oh God, I can't
So
imagine.
a senator there were hearings, and the senator running the hearings was kind of known for not giving a crap about PBS. And Fred Rogers went in front of this guy in the whole hearing and basically argued to keep the funding, which was $20 million, which in the 70s,
That's a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money.
So what's great is that they play several clips of this guy just kind of being dismissive of every argument that's been made for it. Fred Rogers goes up, who's probably the softest spoken human being I've ever heard, that anybody's ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
Besides Bob Ross.
And besides Bob Ross, and he gives this speech. He's like, I had this statement, but it's about 10 minutes long. Is it okay if I just kind of tell you the important parts? He's like, would it make you feel better? Like, he starts off kind of, cold.
Yeah.
Would it make you feel better to read it? It's like, well, no, I'll just, tell you a few things. And by the end, the guy's like, well, you just got yourself $20 million.
No way.
So like, he totally convinced him in that speech. It's really cool.
It's all how you present yourself. You
Yeah.
can convince some people to do the things that you don't expect them to. It's always good, and especially when you're patient
Mhm.
and you define what it is you want to speak about, and not just like rush into saying things. It really helps the situation.
His show, there'll never be another thing like it in the world because it won't ever make it on TV.
No,
No.
because it's too.
I don't know.
I don't want to say wholesome.
Someone said that someone in TV said, take what makes successful TV and do the exact opposite, and that's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the TV show.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, a lot of public broadcasting, like Bob Ross's as well. He was the same.
The thing they did something. One of the radio stations, or no, the TV stations had a Mr. Rogers Day, and because she was this person that was kind of pushing it at the management of the radio station, is like, no, we need to do this. He's really good. This is a big deal. And I'm like, it's nothing. Well, they did it, and the line to get in the building was blocks and blocks and blocks long.
Oh my god.
So
So he like
just-
showed up.
Well, it was at the radio station or the TV station that he filmed at, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So they were just going to have like an appreciation day for him,
yeah.
and just parents and children from all over showed up, and just
Yeah.
completely nobody expected that kind of turnout. So yeah, I'm going to finish it. It was really interesting, and it was just an amazing person, just his dedication to his relationship with children and what he wanted to do for children.
Mhm.
I've been wanting to check out the Michael Jordan one that you've been talking
The
about.
Last Dance.
Yeah. I still haven't yet.
Definitely should.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Alex and I finished the MCU over the weekend.
Mhm.
We went from Iron Man to Endgame. Alex watched most of them. She didn't watch all of
Let's
them.
say,
No,
did
I
she
was-
make it through?
I
No,
watched.
Wait, we watched
Oh.
Endgame in like 3 different.
I had no idea. I totally forgot
Uh,
Endgame was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And they're wanting a 6-hour cut of that thing, a director's
Yeah.
cut
There's no
of
way.
Endgame to go to be released. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I can barely make it through the 3 itself. I can see where the scene cuts were. Where I'm like, oh, they could have probably explained the situation here.
So now that you've gone through it again, do you love it as much as you
Yes.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I like it more
I think I like
because
it more.
of seeing WandaVision.
Well, a few weeks ago, you had said that you could kind of see my point in some of them.
yes. How a lot of
Some
them
of
are,
them.
are cookie cutter,
Yeah.
same stamped kind of films.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily need those. I would say cut out a few of them, but I don't know which ones would be the
Well,
least important. Probably like the first Thor, if you know the character. I mean,
Well, that's
you don't
the
need
thing.
to see that
I mean, they won't do that just because every MCU movie makes millions and millions of dollars.
And you can see why everything fits, everything works. You see things that are like, oh my god, they put all this together and all worked, and the direction was there, and everything was perfect.
Puzzle pieced together perfectly.
Yeah. And then Disney went and threw a big a big announcement out to everybody today of a lot of movies.
Phase 4.
Phase 4 is coming out. So starting with Black Widow, you got the 10 Rings, you got Spider-Man coming out, Guardians
Thor.
3, the new Thor, the new Black Panther was titled Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Captain Marvel 2 is now called The Marvels, which I'm pretty happy for because
the Eternals.
and the Eternals, yes, they had Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I guess I missed. Everything was so quick. Like you definitely need a breakdown of the trailers.
And then Fantastic Four was, of course, officially announced. And there's just a few things in that trailer that they announced today. I'm excited.
I will tell you what, like the trailer that was released today to announce Phase 4 was perfect.
Cut together pretty well with the Stan Lee quote.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, pretty good.
Like very much like went from the start of the MCU to where we're at now. To like, you just gotta watch it. It's good.
Will you ever go through them, Brett? Any of them? Like,
I won't say never, but
yeah,
nothing right now makes me want to.
One of them's the ones that I'd love for you to watch is Thor, because those movies, they like at least 2 and 3. The first one, if you can get past how awful and corny Chris Hemsworth looks in that, because they gave him a fake beard and fake eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
It looks bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his story is probably the deepest, darkest of all of them.
Yeah.
To be honest. And Guardians. You never checked those out, did you? No, those are pretty funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, if there's any MCU movie that I think Brett would think is actually good, I would throw up their Guardians for sure.
Because they're original. It's an original story.
100%.
It's not a cookie cutter of anything.
Because Josh and I were very skeptical, especially when Guardians of the Galaxy, the Volume 1 came out. That was when we were getting out of watching WWE wrestling, and that was around the time that there was a
Batista came out.
Batista came out and was all blue, so his nickname was Blue Tista, and he was just going down the drain in WWE, and now we know why, because he wasn't
happy
putting 100% in at all. He was literally showing up to get a paycheck, and little did we know, when this trailer came out, we saw I was about to say Blue Tista. Batista in this trailer. I'm like, this is going to suck. Why the hell are they going to put all this production value into this and put Batista in it? He is probably one of the best actors and characters in both movies.
He's pretty good. He's very funny.
Like, we just keep going off, and I'm like, man, he's such a better actor than he is a wrestler. Like, he's so good.
One last thing to say about the MCU. A man in Florida broke the Guinness World Record for watching Endgame 191 times in theaters.
Oh my god, man. I do not need to be watching it that much.
I'm glad you brought up the word theater. Did you have anything else to say about
just the fact that this guy saw it 191 times is stupid. And he saw him in theater. It wasn't due to COVID-19 pandemic. It was beginning on April. He saw it. Wait a minute. He watched Endgame 191 times in 94 days, beginning April 26, 2019.
Good God.
Wow. No.
That's a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, speaking of theaters, I had mentioned last week that Universal was putting all the Fast movies in the theater again, all the way leading up to Fast 9.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I didn't pay enough attention to, because I was going to go see it on Friday.
Okay.
But I had to go back to work. So after I got home from work, I had to go back to work. So anyway, I didn't get to go see it. I was going to go see it on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Well, it's only Friday nights, and it's one show.
What?
One show.
Is it just because they're not getting people to the theater?
Either I don't know why they wouldn't do it for the whole weekend.
That's
because
weird.
If, like in my case, if you can't make it on Friday, you would want to go Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I didn't get to see it, so I watched it at home. But I'm going to try my darndest to go at least next Friday. I'll skip a week for 3 and then start up again for 4 and go the distance there. But
Yeah,
I was disappointed because 1 was quite significant to me as a young person,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, you like that in it was high school, right? Yeah.
yeah,
It was middle school
it
for
was
me. At
the
the
summer.
sixth grade lock-in.
The summer between my freshman and it was the summer before my freshman year, and the movie was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty
So
huge.
I was super disappointed because I would have loved to see that movie on the big screen again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You know what? When you say that now, Brett, can you imagine that 10 years from now? Maybe not even that. Maybe even 5. Just saying the words, seeing it on the big screen.
I think they're still
Might be obsolete.
No. I think
In the next decade.
I think it may not be obsolete, but it depends. If movies keep going straight to a streaming service, then it's going to be less of a thing. Because just for instance, Cousin Andrew's like, I'm going to go see Mortal Kombat in theaters. Do you want to go?
It definitely would have been a good
you want to see that
theater.
in theaters?
Oh yeah, it definitely would have
just-
been a better movie to see.
I would
in
have just
theaters.
watch
know.
it at home.
Right. I was like, I don't know.
There
I think
are
it'd be
some
fun.
movies I would want, like Bond. I want to see Bond.
Yes,
on
Bond's
the big
gonna be a
screen.
theater, but when that happens,
Would I even after seeing Mortal Kombat? I'm like, yeah, that was fine to watch at home. I don't need to see that.
I don't know. I think at big action movies like that with the music and the action, I think those are probably the best to see on the
It could
big
have been.
screen.
But then again, you get when you do it to some of these movies that are available to stream at home with no extra cost to people who are already subscribed, you get people who make fanboy reactions like Patrick did on his YouTube.
No, he went to the theater.
Yes, you can have that experience. You can get very disappointed
Oh.
and be like, I wasted my money.
Oh,
I
yeah,
should have
yeah,
watched it on HBO at home.
Sure.
It's a gamble that you take with those kind of movies. A video game movie like that where it's not sure what it's doing with its story.
True.
In a
I'm
sense.
okay if I gamble on something that I love, like Patrick did with Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Seeing it in the theaters, and I'm disappointed. I wouldn't necessarily be upset that I saw it in theaters. So if I go see whatever the next Bond movie is in theaters, and if I had the choice, I don't think I'm going to have the choice. I think it's going to go straight to theaters, only not the streaming service. But if I had the choice, I would choose to see it in theaters. And if it stunk, I'd be like, well, it was a Bond movie, you know? It sucks that it sucked, but I saw it the way you should experience Bond, which is on the big screen.
Did Spectre suck?
It wasn't very good.
Then this one will be good.
I think so, because
Every other.
Daniel Craig
Yeah.
has been at every other.
It's been in every other thing. It's been Casino Royale, good. Quantum of Solace, not so good.
Not so-
Then we had Skyfall, fantastic.
Very good.
And then we had Spectre,
If you look at
And we got this one.
Pierce, I would say it goes first 2 good, second 2 not so good.
It gets cheesier as it goes along.
I always thought Tomorrow Never Dies was not very good, and you watch it now, it's like,
Oh my God.
Tomorrow Never Dies
It
is really
speaks
good.
for today's social media and everything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazingly
And World is Not
accurate.
Enough, not so much.
It's just they wanted to get Carmen Electra on the big screen. I think
You mean Denise Richards?
that's what I meant.
I was just about to be like, wait,
Denise Richards.
Carmen Electra, really?
Denise Richards.
Her performance is terrible.
It is so bad. Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, Doctor whatever. Yeah. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat then.
Yeah.
Since it's our movie club of the week. So it came out last week, and so here's the synopsis for it.
Why is that funny?
Because it's like
Came out
normally we say
last week.
the year, like the devil's arithmetic, and all those other ones.
Okay.
I'm
I was
saying,
like, why is that funny that it came out last week? Brett's
Because-
over here
hey, Alex.
pulling a gut muscle because
It's
Josh
okay.
said when
It's
it
all right.
came out.
It's all right. It's all right. MMA fighter Cole Young seeks out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. And I'm not really going to say who it all stars because there's a lot of names that
A
are.
lot of people I don't know.
A couple I recognized.
Which ones?
At least one for sure.
I recognized Scorpion.
The
Mhm.
Shun Sang. Isn't that Lao from Dark Knight?
Yes.
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 Yes. Oh, I did recognize him too. But the guy who played Scorpion, the actor's name is Hiroyuki Sanada. He was in Endgame,
He's actually a
Ring 2,
Quite a
Lost, Rush Hour 3. So yeah, he prepared for his role in this very well, I think.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
I liked it.
I liked it, especially for a video game movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Agreed.
the acting was not so good.
It didn't.
But it's a video game movie.
And Cole is incredibly uninteresting.
Very much
Yes.
so.
And he was the worst.
I kept spending the whole time going, oh, I wonder if he's gonna like turn into Scorpion,
well, that's
just-
where I thought it was going.
and then
He
instead
was-
like let's just put some random made up
Yeah. Yeah.
He literally gets. We watched like a review on it. He literally gets plot armor.
Get it?
Plot armor. That
To
is his.
literally survive the Goru attack.
So you have original
Sorry, I might have said his name
Sub-Zero.
wrong.
Everyone else is
And
original.
I'm thinking, is this dude gonna be the descendant of Scorpion? So he's the new Scorpion. So you have
That's exactly
original
what I thought.
Sub-Zero versus new Scorpion, and he's not even that good of a fighter. I'm like, he can't be the new Scorpion.
Yeah.
He's got to unlock
Goro.
his
Akana.
Akura.
Goro was like the forearm guy.
Yeah.
He was like he I don't think got enough recognition. He's a big badass boss and gets his ass kicked pretty damn
I
fast.
can't remember if it was GameSpot or IGN, but they said something that I agree with, in that the real star of this movie is Kano.
Yeah.
I thought he was great, and he was funny.
I think so.
I don't
And
know.
he
I
was-
think
I think he had the best acting performance.
You like this laser eye?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know a
Yelling
lot
his egg
about.
roll.
Egg roll's funny. I don't know a lot about Mortal Kombat characters.
Me
other
neither.
than
I'm not-
appearance. Like, I did recognize Liu Kang.
Mhm. He's a very easy one to pick out.
He was the guy with the hat.
no. That's Raiden.
That's rated.
No, the hat, the saw hat.
Oh, the saw hat.
Oh.
Or frisbee hat
We
is-
have to
is
pull up
Kano
the
played.
characters in order for me to
Come-
tell you.
Liu Kang is the other guy with the fire in the hand. Kung Lao is the guy with the razor hat.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Did you play the game as a kid?
Yes.
very little?
Very little. I kind of very
I
little.
played-
Same.
You know, I didn't realize how much I really played the one in the Roller Dome, the arcade one, which was like I'm gonna guess over the original
Mhm.
because it had all of these characters.
Yeah.
And how much I didn't realize how much I really played it until I watched this movie, and I'm like, wait, isn't that a finisher? Wait, isn't that like I was like, wow, this is very similar to the video game, and like I loved the arenas that they were in and the settings where they fought because it was like they were just playing in the video game.
Mhm.
I was like, wow, this is really cool, but I could have sworn I was like the soul sucker part. I'm like, wait, isn't that a finisher?
Oh yeah.
And then like the whole dragon thing, like the fire dragon that eats him, I was like, that's a finisher. Or no, Josh called that one. He's like, I think that's a finisher. I'm like, I think they're putting finishing moves and stuff in here. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is really cool.
They didn't have Johnny Cage.
Nope. And they set it up for that. They set it up for him, right?
They set
Yes.
it up.
There's a lot of rumors that they want the Miz to play Johnny Cage.
Yeah. There's other people who are in the.
What, they signed on for 5 movies?
Well, that was Scorpion, I believe, did.
No,
Or
the
was it
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
They
Sub-Zero,
definitely set it up to force a sequel and sequels probably.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that they didn't do this one very well because they didn't know how the fans would react to things,
Sure.
and I think they're gonna come out swinging a
What
little
is
better on the
it?
sequel.
What are the
The ratings?
ratings? Yeah.
I've got it right here.
I will
Rotten
say,
Tomatoes.
like, out of all of the characters, the one that disappointed me quite a bit was Melina.
You thought she was disappointing.
Well,
I thought the way she looked was great.
I thought it was good, but like I remembered her in the other form that you looked at the review in the purple.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I was like, who is this?
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes critics gave it a 56, fans gave it an 86.
That's
They also didn't
that's
have
what
Katana
will-
in there, and I was really thinking Katana was gonna be.
Well,
in this
maybe
one.
they're saving some big names to make sure that
I guess.
it made money to
I'm okay with
do
that.
the sequel.
Yeah, I think that's fine because the way that they tore down a few people, I'm like, well, that's fine, but there's plenty of others they can bring back. Jax, I think he was pretty interesting where he lost his arms. I was like, oh I don't know anything about Jax. So when I
I
looked
don't know
up the
any of
character
the lore
and
of
saw
it.
that he had his arms,
I just
I
remember
knew he
what the
had metal
characters
arms.
looked like.
yeah.
I knew he had metal arms. I could not for the life of me remember Kano. I'm like, I do not remember this guy.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not very familiar with
I will
Kano,
say I
but-
thought it would be not that it wasn't violent, but it was not overly gratuitous violent.
there's a reason.
Why?
It actually had a lot of violence, and they had to pull
They
it
had to
back.
pull it back.
They got an
Really?
NC-17.
Okay.
So
not
they're like,
surprised.
all right, well, I guess we'll take out all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
That sucks, but
I mean, arguably the most violent was when Kung Lao sawed the lady with wings in half.
yeah, you see her like entire brain and everything
Oh, that
just
was
fall out. I mean, I'm happy that they definitely did a lot of good moments of the brutal hits and the gore. The brutal hits. I mean, like when you just feel the bones breaking. It's so bad. And
Or the guts pouring out.
I think the fights were great.
The fights were good. I liked it.
The guy who portrayed hold on, let me get his name up here. I'm gonna pull up I have the actor's name, Joe Taslim. I believe that's the guy who plays Sub-Zero. I think he moved too fast for the camera. He had to actually slow down his moves.
Wow.
I will say that, like, I thought Sub-Zero was obviously the star. Like, I thought he was pretty damn good. Like,
Yeah.
They chose the right person to play Sub-Zero. They chose the right person, I think, to play
Not
Scorpion.
enough blue in his costume.
No, it was a little more just.
I think
black.
if they did a little too much more, it would have been too fake.
Sure.
Like, they would have been too cartoony.
In the 90s style.
Yeah.
I mean, I never saw them. I saw
I didn't
clips of
either.
the 90s.
I did not, like, I really
bad.
like Raiden's character quite a bit. Like,
You did like him?
yeah, the
guy with the hat.
the guy with
other
the hat, the lightning guy. Yeah. I thought for sure, I was like, oh my gosh, they're not going to do this guy right. And then I was like, oh man,
He
yeah,
was
they
kind of
did.
He was kind of like a side character. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll get
He
a little bit
was,
more.
but like, yeah, I was kind of hoping for more like fights and stuff
I
with him.
wouldn't have been surprised to see Donnie Yen in this just because of his martial arts background and his tendency to do martial arts movies.
Still eventually.
No
probably.
Donnie Yen.
Well, they've got plenty of other names he can fill in
Right.
and be. So
I will say I had like an arcade fangirl moment when, of course, like they're going to put the line like "Get over here," in
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect."
the only English line that
the only
Sultan
English
says.
line that he says, and I'm like, but it's a video game movie. Of course, I gotta put it in. I was just like, oh, thank God they put that in
Hey,
there.
they did not say Pikachu, I choose you, and Detective Pikachu. That's
Did
a
they
big
not?
Pokemon line. No, they did not.
I can hear him saying it in my head.
Can you?
but-
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But I mean, I gotta say, as far as video game movies go, they're
I thought it was pretty
they're
good.
doing better.
Yeah,
They're doing better. Sonic was okay. Pikachu was great. This one's okay.
I really had my doubts for Sonic, of course, especially when the fans rallied together and said, if you put this movie out with this blue goof in it, that you blue fuck up that you did in 2019 or 18
Yeah,
or
you're
whatever
right, yeah.
it was, and I was like, if you really put this Dr. Seuss looking Sonic out, we're not gonna go see it. And then they fix it. We're like, all right, we'll see it.
I have no interest in Monster Hunter coming out this fall. No interest in that.
Didn't they already put it on Monster?
Or did they
Hunter?
already? Did they already bring it out?
Yeah, it wasn't. Did not do well.
Oh, then I missed it because of COVID. I thought they pushed it back, and I thought it was this fall coming out. But I'm not. They're redoing Resident Evil, so
Mhm.
apparently that's going to be a little bit more on its own. So I'm more hopeful
I
for video game
suppose you could
movies.
say Resident Evil is the most successful because they did like what four or five movies.
But that's not the actual story.
No.
None of it.
No,
It's its own story. So they want to make it its own, which I'm very excited for. But I mean,
My
It's-
brother, I think, would be excited for that since he's such a huge fan. I could see Rick being excited for that because he really
Rick likes
likes
Resident
Yeah,
Evil.
he really likes Resident Evil.
So I would say that enjoy this film for what it is. They could have chose a better main character, but I believe that the writers and producers didn't know what they were gonna do. But the sequel, which is baited, is gonna be better. Probably.
I think it'll have twice as many characters.
Yeah.
If there is a sequel.
Oh yeah. I give it.
I
an
was
8.
already surprised with how many characters they put in this one.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, that one's in it. That one's in it.
Well,
Oh, I
there's
remember
a-
that one.
Alex, they've only touched a little bit.
I know there's so many, but like, if there's any more than that, other than maybe a couple others that I remember, it's gonna be like basically Gen 1 Pokemon versus Gen 10 Pokemon. I'm not gonna know the difference. I'm not gonna know. I'm only gonna be excited for the ones that I remember.
Right.
That's why I like this movie, and probably I may or may not like the next one or the third one. Probably not the fifth one.
Let's move on, Brett.
I'll
What do you
give
want
it
to?
a- I want to score it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll give it a 7.5.
give it an 8.
I'd probably give it a 7.58. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. I mean, storyline and stuff. Obvious. I think that. I mean, it's a bit cheesy, but it's a video game movie, so I think I'm gonna go 7.5.
Yeah.
So I started writing down movies because I always think, oh, that'll be a good one for the movie club, and then I can't ever remember. So I got a few to choose from. Some that I think we should see, and some that I haven't seen that I want to see, and some that I have seen that I'm wondering if you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that Scarface was a fantastic choice.
Yeah, it was. I was really doubting it, by the way.
I'm happy. on
Very
this
much
show.
doubting
Very,
that we would
very
like
happy.
the movie. And instead, we were basically on the edge of our seats the whole movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Still lives up from how many years ago did it come out?
What, 30,
30 something.
It's older than me.
83, right? So
Yeah.
29.
Yeah, it's almost a 30-year anniversary. Oh my god, coming up.
Wait, no.
No,
39.
39.
Yeah.
So I was like,
40 years.
I
Oh my
was born in
God.
89.
38 right now.
Holy cow.
Okay, so have you seen Boondock Saints?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take that
And the
off list.
sequel.
Yes, it's a good movie. Go watch it.
Have
We
you
can
seen
rate
it?
it right
I
now.
have seen it.
That is a fantastic.
It's a very good
I
movie.
saw the sequel in theater,
Really?
Oh.
and I liked it. But as I've watched it since, and I'm like, boy, this one just isn't where near as good as the first one.
They could definitely
Do not say remake it.
do another
Don't.
very
They
well.
should do it. They left it open to.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they did.
I'd say Boondock Saints is like kind of like the John Wick of like really interesting,
Sure. Mhm.
like surprisingly good action film.
Mhm.
How about The Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh yeah, we've seen that. We told you to watch that.
Did you?
Yes. It's a very, I can't believe Leo didn't get anything for that
All
one.
right, I'll hold off on that one.
That was
How
a very
about-
good movie.
The Siege.
No.
I don't think so. What
Okay,
is
that's a
that
pretty
one?
good one. That's with Denzel. He's a FBI agent, and basically I honestly don't remember all of it, but why don't you just read the plot?
Okay,
I'll
when
get
did it come out?
In the 90s.
90s? Okay. Wow, it's been a while since we've had a Denzel movie.
Didn't we just do one of his? Yeah. We didn't. It wasn't a movie club movie. It was the one that just came out with Jared Leto.
Oh, the HBO
Equalizer?
one. No, the TV one that we watched. The detective one. It had Jared Leto. It had Denzel and Remy Malek in it.
Yes. That
What?
one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was very good.
What was it called?
It was about like a serial killer.
Well, I'm on IMDb. I'll
murder,
click on
it's,
Denzel after this.
The
It's
Bone
okay.
Collector?
No.
No.
Okay,
It
here-
just came out like this year.
Let me just click on Denzel and I'll get you. Fuck it.
I can't remember.
We didn't do it for the movie club.
No, I
No, we
just wanted
didn't.
to watch it.
Oh, okay.
It was
No.
just one of
I
those
did
movies
not
that popped up on my
remember.
timeline. I'm like,
Little things.
the little things. Yes. So yeah, it's really good.
It's called what? It's called The Little Thing.
The little things.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Mhm.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
just I saw the cast and
I think it's an HBO original, isn't it?
yeah.
Or was it just released for the 30
I-
days thing?
I
it might be.
don't know.
I think it might have been. a
You'll
30
have to
day.
look it up. I know. I really enjoyed it to be honest.
So The Siege came out in 98. The secret U.S. abduction of a suspected terrorist leads to a wave of terrorist attacks in New York City, which leads to the declaration of martial law.
And
This
it
sounds
does-
amazing.
It does have Bruce Willis. And who's the lead female?
Annette Bening.
Okay.
And you also got Tony Shalhoub in this.
Yeah, I forgot he's in there.
I'm not seeing any other names other than the ones you already mentioned that I would, necessarily call out. Oh, Gale's in this from Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting. David Costable is his name. I'm never gonna remember that.
Nope.
So The Siege, we watching that. That's good. I've actually been interested in seeing that. I remember seeing the cover for that when I was younger and like, oh, it's one of those action films. And Denzel Washington just seems to have all those movies that I've always just passed on, but they've always been good. Like I've never seen. I think it's Fallen. Is that him?
Well, another one on. I think so, but
Yeah.
another one on that I've put on my list is Training Day.
and that's one I have not
I've
seen.
seen Training Day.
I've not seen Training Day. I know it's good, but I've not
Mhm.
seen it, and it's
Yeah.
kind of been spoiled for
Uh,
me. But I'm gonna forget it.
Ethan,
want
right?
to.
Ethan Hawke.
Train Spotting. I have actually that I've actually been interested in seeing.
What is it?
That one? I believe has Ewan McGregor in it.
Is that the one that you were showing me that's on I don't
It's
it was a streaming service and you said, "Oh, we need to watch this."
Yeah, probably. I don't know much about it, but I do know that's one that we need to watch. We also have to watch.
90s film with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's all. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll check out The Siege for the week. What do you want to move on to?
Well, let's do the question of the week.
Oh,
and
yes.
If you want, I will hurriedly create some trivia, some Star Wars trivia, like one question per the 6 movies.
If you can get 7 in there, we can try to remember that one.
Well, I can do definitely the original trilogy
Mhm.
and
We can do-
original trilogy and the prequels. I can
So-
probably do.
So Star Wars Day is, at time of recording, tomorrow. It's May the 4th. Be with you is the technical term. I don't know where the history of May the 4th came up, but I don't think we've ever really done anything for it. And Brett, I don't know.
Well,
if
we've done several shows
Yes.
dedicated to Star Wars,
but not for this day. And eventually, we're going to be talking more about Star Wars this summer. I believe we haven't really announced that. You can announce that if you still want to go about doing the Star Wars trilogy trivia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This summer, probably going to be going through those. But for this week, we have a question. If you were in the Star Wars universe, what role would you play? Now, a lot of answers. Like, this is actually a pretty big one.
So I'm gonna take a 2-part answer for this one for me. I'm
Okay.
gonna do a more. I took this as, if you were in the Star Wars universe, what role would you play? So I'm taking this as literal, like, what do I do now?
What would you want to do? What would you be?
Or what would I want to be? So I have a 2-part. What would I probably be based off of me as a human in the real world?
Yeah.
Where would I probably be in
What
the
would you
Star Wars?
enjoy, you think?
Well, I would probably most likely be one of those medic robots.
You want to be a droid.
I'd probably be a droid fixing other droids. Would be my gosh, just because I'm in the medical field, so I'd probably do that.
But you as a human, do you think you would still be in the medical kind of thing? Is that what you would want to do?
No, I'm not saying what I would want to do. I'm just saying, like, for the 2-part of it would be what I'm doing now in real life.
Okay.
What would it kind of coincide with the
Mm.
Star Wars universe? Like, I would probably be a medic.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it would be. And I'd probably be one of the droids.
Right.
It just fixes other droids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then what would I want to do? I thought about it, and I originally had like I originally kind of wanted to be like, everyone wants to be a Jedi.
Hmm.
Well, and I will say that one of our
Wow.
fans, sorry, I was like,
You
I want to
just
say
blacked-
clients. I was like, no, one of our fans, Juice, from Juice in the Morning podcast, he had switched my mind because I thought about it, and then the way that he said it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I would totally want to be. I'm gonna agree with him because we'll read his, but I totally would want to be like a Darth Maul or something like
A
that.
Sith.
Oh yeah.
Badass.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Well, yeah, because Jedi's, you can't even do it.
You can.
Really?
You can't love. You can
Oh,
whore.
Okay.
You can whore him out. You can't love him. You can't own him.
What are we
Possession
talking
is
about?
Jedi.
They can't love.
Jedi can't love, but they can.
Oh.
They can bang.
I was like, I thought you meant do it. Like, I was like, do what?
It.
Jeez,
It.
Alex.
It.
It.
I think me personally.
That's why they call it it.
Right.
That's from
do
that
it.
70s show. Why cuddle when you can do it? That's why they call it it.
It. Yes.
Kelso logic.
Kelso's great. I think myself, I'd be more of a kind of more like a Han Solo kind of pilot junk trader, maybe.
I can fly. I'm a pilot.
I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I would hate being a Jedi, to be honest. It'd be so stupid.
I feel like it'd be taxing, and you're like, man, I'm always having to do the right
Wanna
thing all the
fix
time.
things,
Versus
yeah.
being a Sith Lord, you'd be like, I'm just
Okay,
badass and I
Alex,
can do whatever the hell I want to do.
To become a Sith, you have to learn the Jedi ways. So that's a lot of practice.
Yeah, which I do. I usually, like, the way I am is I usually learn everything by the book. And then, like, well, I mean, I don't want to say I've turned on that, but I'm very good at doing everything by the book and learning and being a very good student and things like that and trying my best at things. So I feel like I'd be a very good Jedi in training, but I would definitely be persuaded easily to turn to the dark side
Dang.
and become a Sith Lord.
Well, that tells
And
a
they
lot.
would see the real potential in me when I'm trying to climb the Jedi train. And they're like, I'd probably be like an Anakin. And they'd be like, no. And it'd be like, but I'm great. And they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, fuck you. I'm going to go to the dark side. And they're going to be like, thank you for coming to the dark side. Shake my hand and be like, all right, give me a double-sided saber, please.
Yeah.
I'll
okay.
take one of those.
Mm.
In pink, please.
Why pink?
don't know, because it look cool. Like, I'm looking at these little neon light things. I'm like, that'd be cool. Have, like, a Darth Maul lightsaber with hot pink. That'd be cool.
I don't know if I've ever seen that in an actual Star Wars anything, like anybody having a pink one. Everyone, like, I remember seeing Samuel L. Jackson's purple one, and I was so I was like, oh my god, awed by that. Brett, would you be a pilot? You said basically that's what you
I think so.
Yeah. We got a couple of responses on Discord here. Our public Discord is available for those who want to join the chat with all of our friends and fans. But I put the question out this afternoon and got a couple of responses. We got Brig. He's one of our long-term fans of the podcast. He said, Merc that was a former Jedi. So he'd want to be a mercenary. Kind of like, is there an actual Jedi who became mercenary? I guess Doku did. Duko. I can't. Duku. Duku. I can't say his name.
I was like, who the hell are you talking about? Duko.
Duku became a mercenary.
I like that Duko guy.
Duku. Jen Hotcakes, a.k.a. Quentin, he said weapons and ammo supplier is what he would do. Arrow said I'd be the droid. Pretty much the same reason why I cosplay as Cyborg from the Justice League, because I find robots to be cool. And Layla likes to hack up a lung.
She's got quite a bit of a cough right now.
Yeah. But that's what is said on Discord. Alex, you got some Instagram?
Yes, I do have Instagram. So we got some very nice. You want to pull up Twitter? Because I know we've got juices.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so we've got hashtag Blackout Podcast.
Shout out to them.
They say, gotta say Chewbacca. I'm loyal, dependable, get things done, and I shoot 10 times better than stormtroopers.
Nice.
He has the crossbow.
Oh my god, I remember when Han Solo shot that in 7. He's like, I like this.
I like this.
Oh, the crossbow?
Yeah.
JMT Podcast say, I would definitely be the Han Solo type of character. We've got Terrible Terror Podcast. Pretty sure I'd be doing something like droid maintenance or maybe a freighter pilot.
Okay.
And Woo Long Talks Podcast. I'd be a smuggler of loose morals.
Wow. A lot of people have no morals in the Star Wars universe. Well, I mean, you're given that freedom.
What does Obi-Wan say in New Hope? He's like, you will never find a more wretched hive of something.
Scum and villainy.
Scum and villainy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Mos Eisley.
Yes, pretty much.
J360 Podcast / Productions says Jedi or Bounty Hunter. That's what I have on Instagram.
I'd almost like to be a Jabba the Hutt type character he's a gang leader,
gangster,
basically. And
yeah.
the law doesn't touch him.
I don't know why that's why I figured that's actually you. I figured, Brett, that you would have said, I was expecting you to say Boba Fett or Jabba.
I could see you being on Coruscant as like a mob dealer.
Yeah, like just because you're into all of that, I was like, I'm really surprised that that's not what you said.
You probably didn't think about it. Like
Pilots are cool.
Yeah, they are.
Pilots are cool.
One of the coolest, I've said before on the show, one of the coolest things a person in this life to me can be is a special forces operator like a Navy SEAL or Army Delta Force or a freaking fighter pilot.
Well,
Fighter
yeah.
pilots. My brother wanted to be a fighter pilot growing up. I remember him obsessing over the Navy and the military. But we got Twitter. We got Justin Kelly from Juice85or7 on Twitter.
I like what he says.
Says 100% Sith Lord, so much cooler than Jedi. I know I'd probably die a horrible death, but the ride would be worth it while it lasted.
That's exactly what changed my mind. I'm like, yep, he's right.
And Alex posted Darth Maul as a response because he was exactly that
Well,
kind.
isn't on Knights of the Old Republic? Can't you go good or bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely
think,
be like a girl Darth Maul.
but I don't want to spoil it. I think you regardless turn evil at the end.
You know what I would do too with my pink saber?
Yeah, because there's a major twist that in
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
What?
My pink saber would have like.
I see ones with the circles like the hilts that
Yeah,
guard
sure,
your
sure.
hand.
That's fine. But my outfit would be like dark, but like hot pink accents, like a Power Ranger kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then for real.
I think you're thinking about
and
a cosplay thing. You
and
want to
then
do.
and then I will like when I open up my lightsaber and turn the thing on, it would go doo 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 doo.
No.
That's not intimidating at
No,
all.
that's not. We got Paige on
I'll go,
YouTube
"Ooh."
saying definitely would be Obi-Wan since he is a teacher.
No. Oh yeah. Good. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually think about that. I would
Yes,
in real
but-
life probably be more of an Obi-Wan.
Yes, but he failed.
He failed a lot miserably, and
Well, then I
his
guess I would
journey-
be a Yoda then,
God, his journey was
or a
probably
Qui-Gon. How about that? I would probably be like a Qui-Gon.
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 Guy-Gon.
Guy-Gon.
Like
Qui-Gon is Guy-Gon.
What did you? What did you call? What'd you call it?
Qui-Gon.
Duko.
What?
Duko.
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 Dooku.
Speaking of something real quick,
I want that Dooku guy.
when I saw the
Duko.
show drop last week, I'm like, I don't remember the title.
Yeah.
Good for you,
Good
Josh.
for you,
I'm like,
Josh.
I don't remember that. Then I listened to the show.
She's
and
talking about the
I
Mario
laughed out
Party with
loud.
the handles.
with the grip.
I can't believe I just did that on camera. I just did that on camera.
I'm gonna watch it.
I just did that on camera.
It's just fun.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about Star Wars as far as this
I have
fan
some
question
trivia.
goes? Okay.
Yeah, no. Star Wars is cool,
One-
especially that Doku guy.
I-
Check out all of our aftercast episodes, by the way. We talked about.
So I
lots.
like Star Wars, but I'm almost like I like it from afar.
You like?
I would almost never need to watch the movies again
Huh?
to still
I would have
appreciate
I
them.
would have an evil kid too. Yoda, a little Yoda kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that.
a sidekick.
You know, I don't think I need to watch the original trilogy ever again. Maybe
Right.
not even like episode 1. Maybe not even episode 2. Just 3 because I enjoy it. That's about it. And then of course, you know, Rogue One has
Yeah.
got. We did collectively say that Rogue One is
It's
one
my
of the
favorite.
best. And in fact, I was watching a TikTok the other day. Someone said that if you want to introduce someone to the Star Wars universe, you
Started
show 'em-
with Rogue
you
One.
show them Rogue One
Sure,
because
sure.
it doesn't give you any context, and you introduce.
You know, it's very hard to say that because then they won't appreciate the end of Rogue One.
No, because then you
Oh.
can start them. Do you want to see where it started, or do you want to see?
I
where it
honestly,
also
I think
started?
the way that they are released is how we would show our children.
It's tough. It's tough. Anyways, trivia.
Yes.
Okay,
Wait,
from,
we're doing trivia?
from A New Hope.
Okay,
This-
I
this
suck
question.
at trivia, by the way. I just do. My brain's just not.
What did the R2 unit have that was bad from the Jawas?
This R2 unit's got a bad something.
I
I
got
don't
it.
rem-
Now,
like.
Alex, you can say the whole quote except the one
I
that
know.
the answer.
I don't know that. I know these lines. I know
Uncle
it.
Owen, this RT unit's got a bad.
Do you know it, Jeff?
I do.
What is it?
It's something I need.
Wait, what?
A
bad-
motivator.
That is correct.
I need
I'm like,
motivation.
what do you need? I looked at the computers. I'm like, do you need a computer?
I thought you were going to
This
say
unit's
like,
got a bad computer
I
system.
thought you were going to say a modem. I'm like, no, that's
No,
not quite
I
right.
need a motivator.
See, I know all the lines to it. It's just like I don't know.
He doesn't want to move.
All right, from Empire Strikes Back. What did Dak say to Luke before launching in the snowspeeder?
it's
Don't die or something like
No.
that. I don't
Very
know.
cheesy.
It's
but
parodied
What is it?
in the Family Guy one.
What?
I think I could take on the whole empire myself.
that's what he says. How is it parodied?
In Family Guy, Chris is like, really? He's like, okay, Dak says he's got it. And he takes the speeder out to the Empire, and there's like a whole bunch of ships out there, and one blast just blows them up.
I know. I remember that now.
I remember. I think I watched Blue Harvest when it aired. It was hilarious.
Those
There's
are
3 of
still
them.
like they
Yep.
just Josh and I didn't watch
The-
it. They just pulled out a Terminator one.
The third
Well,
one
I
is
guess it kinda was,
terrible,
It's not good.
and they admitted in
They
it
didn't
that
wanna
they
do it.
mailed it in.
You
Yeah.
won't do it.
Tech says he's got it.
Okay, from Return of the Jedi. What is Han suffering from?
Oh my god.
Are you talking about when he gets defrosted? He's blind.
Well, yes, but there's a
From-
name for it.
He was in cryo for so many years. He's blind. I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
years. Leia says what he's suffering from.
I don't know.
It's cryo sleep blindness, isn't it? Isn't that what it's
I
called?
don't know. That's not
No,
right.
It's not called that?
No.
I don't know. I know that's what he's
It's temporary
suffering from.
blindness.
Hibernation sickness.
Oh,
Sure.
okay,
Oh,
hibernate. Well,
something
we kind of all
easy.
had the same idea. That's a good one. That's a good one. I wouldn't have gotten the
Give
actual-
myself half credit for that.
Why?
You didn't
What?
get
Because
anything right.
The only one I don't give myself
Can't
credit
give
for is
yourself-
the second one.
How can you give yourself credit for that one?
That
You
one?
didn't-
Because I know I've seen the movie a million times. I don't know what it's called, but I know what he's suffering from
But
physically.
Again,
Physically, I know what he's suffering from. He can't see
in
shit.
the dialogue. The answer is literally said in words.
I agree.
Okay.
You get nothing.
I swear, this
You
is
lose.
This is.
Good day, sir.
Shut up. I swear this is like this has got to be like seriously like a guy thing because you guys absorb
That was
all
great.
this what I call useless information. And I can see these lines and hear them in my head, but the moment you ask me a question, I'm like, Uncle Wayne, this got a bad and like I can't blank. I don't know. I just know he's got a bad thing and he's got to fix it.
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
God dang, I love the Jawas.
Oh shit. Okay, so episode 1. What's episode 1 called?
Phantom
There
Menace.
it is.
Wow, we like Star Wars, guys.
It's okay, I'm sweating.
Well, me too. What was wrong with Anakin when he was on the ship after he leaves Tatooine?
He's cold.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because he's used to like
He's
probably
used to the
120
desert,
degrees.
and the space is
Well,
cold.
Well, it's also due to his fear.
Oh, if you go that deep, Joshua.
Well, when he talks to Yoda, he tells him why. Which, by the way, if you watch the episode 1 on
How are
any
you,
digital
sir?
version, they
Cold,
replace Yoda.
sir.
They replace Yoda on episode
the
1
real-
to a
with the-
CGI.
They replaced the CGI Yoda with the real Yoda?
Other way around.
Replace the real Yoda with the CGI Yoda?
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know, because he looked weird. He really did.
The puppet Yoda looked good?
Yeah. You think, like, in episode 1, if you remember, he looked a lot younger. His eyes were a lot bigger. He looked a lot smaller. He wasn't as aged as he
You
was in
said
6.
on the digital version.
Yeah. If you have it on DVD or anything like prior to,
Yeah.
you have
I have the original Blu-ray set of the 6.
check and make sure. I mean, I don't know if
Check it
you'll...
versus Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Attack of the Clones. Who was the clone army cloned from?
I know the name. I don't. Oh my gosh. Because he's like something was killed almost some many years ago. What's his name? Master Sifo-Dyas? Sifo-Dyas?
No.
I don't know, Brett.
Oh no! Master Sifo-Dyas is the one who ordered it.
Yes.
It's Jango Fett. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you heard of that name before?
Yes.
But you didn't know the answer. Then.
No.
She blanks out when you ask her the question.
Yeah,
on
I
the
know. It's
spot.
just like I don't like being asked questions on the spot.
You can do it. You can do it.
But you got to give me like way more time. We're on a time limit because we're on a live podcast right now.
It's not that long. Yeah, seconds.
Is it Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
3?
Yeah.
What's episode 1 called?
I just told you, or you just told me.
I'm mocking you, Brett.
Who is the head Wookiee?
The head Wookiee?
The
Oh
head.
my gosh.
The head Wookiee.
I don't remember his name. It's not.
I generally don't like to ask name questions.
Yeah.
No, not normally. Well,
Ask
but
a
his
different
name.
question.
His name is asked many, or said a
Well,
couple times.
I
right?
always play back when Yoda's leaving. He's like, "Goodbye, Chewbacca. Goodbye," and he says the guy.
Yes, I know.
I don't remember the name.
And the only reason, why I know this is because this Wookiee is in the game Republic Commando.
Because you know I played that one.
It's
Shut up.
okay. What's his name?
Tarful.
Tarful.
Yeah, see, wouldn't have.
I think I knew that.
Wouldn't have gotten that.
I think I knew that. Well, he says it. Yoda says it a couple times.
Uh-huh.
And it's a very emotional scene if you're really paying
Ask
attention.
a different one.
From
That was hard.
From 3.
Don't ask me names. Doku.
Stop it.
I cannot believe you said that.
Why would you do that to me?
What planet do they fight on?
Don't ask me, please.
Ooh.
That's a good one though.
Nebula.
Which planet? Which battle?
Well, Obi-Wan and
Oh,
Anakin.
an Anakin?
Yeah.
Mustafar.
Is it? I thought it was Geonosis.
It's.
See,
Look that
now
up.
Josh is like, uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure it was Mustafar because
I thought it was Geonosis.
Alex.
I don't know. I don't know the name of it.
What is the where is the shield that covers the Death Star in Return of the Jedi?
What do you mean? Where's the
What's
shield?
The shield generator? Where is it at?
It's in the middle of the Death Star. They have to shoot the little ding dong thing.
On Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's what we're on. Return of the Jedi.
Jesus, it's Mustafar.
Oh, is
Is
it?
it-
Okay, you were right.
Or
Oh,
what
the fuck?
Which movie is Geonosis? Is that Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, that's the water.
Does they have the no, that's not the water one.
Mm.
So answer the question, Alex. They don't shoot any. They do shoot a thing, but they got to drop the shield around the Death Star first. Shield is generated from a place.
Geonosis is when they had the big bull battle.
So that is
too.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
I was right. Yeah, Mustafar is the answer.
They're inside. aren't they?
It's in the core.
Is that literally it?
No. I don't know. I was just coming up with something.
What? Where is it?
The forest moon of Endor.
Oh, I thought you were talking about where.
Oh, the freaking shield! Oh my god!
I thought you were
Brett.
talking about where.
You're like making me like
You're
You're making me like
this,
over
You're
big, like
purposely making this harder.
I'm making this way harder.
than it needs
See,
to
that's
be.
why I'm not good at trivia because I'm like, it's probably not this. It's probably not this. It's probably something really, whatever. I'm making it way too hard.
You
So I
overthink it.
really don't like trivia for that reason. Like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Oh, no shit.
And we have covered a lot of Star Wars stuff on all of our After Effects episodes, or After Effects, Aftercast
I
episodes.
was like,
We've
Yeah,
talked
After
about like
Effects.
our favorite lightsaber colors, our favorite ships. We've talked about favorite Siths, favorite Jedis, and things like that. So we've already covered a lot of Star Wars on our podcast. So I mean, we don't really have a whole lot we can really cover as far as anything else. I don't think. I mean, we've really covered this saga a lot.
yeah.
I got a one quick a news piece that's actually going to make a lot of people worried right now. If we're going to move on from Star Wars, let's see if anything else.
That's fine.
Say that. Yeah. China launched a piece of their first space station.
Oh, yeah, this. You're going to talk about this, huh?
Mhm.
You're going to give everybody, severe paranoia for the next 2 weeks.
Well, it's a problem. We don't know what's going to happen.
I know.
So China launched their first piece of their space station into orbit, and unfortunately, the rocket that carried it also went into orbit and is falling down uncontrolled.
Mhm.
Oh my.
It's a 10-story item
Will it just
dropping.
burn up.
Nope.
No. And we don't know where it's going to land.
And we don't know. There's if you look at
The globe, it's
The
going to land
globe.
anywhere below New York and above Brazil, I think, or that's a big
I don't
window.
know. Basically, it could hit us.
Yeah, it can. So
Like a lot of the U.S.
Well,
And it's
China.
like it's coming down at a certain amount and it weighs like some kind of trillion
It's a
pounds
very
or
heavy
something.
item.
Like
Guess
it's gonna
they,
make catastrophic damage.
Guess they just want to finish us off.
they're hoping it lands in the ocean. They don't know. Well, it's
They hope
uncontrolled.
it. All right, it's Josh. Josh. They hope it lands in the ocean and kills the
Maybe
whale.
publicly they hope it lands in the ocean.
Yeah.
Just causes a big tidal wave. That's all.
It is 22.5 metric tons.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wait. That's the space station piece. I'm looking to see how big the actual.
They said like when it comes
Oh,
down,
here it
like there was
is.
some kind of calculation when it comes down and hits Earth, it's some kind of like trillion pound ton. Like it's like a big amount.
Time to fire up a bunch of nukes at it to.
we
This
can't
is
just blow everything.
This is the movie Armageddon.
It pretty much is. The speed of which this is coming down is unpredicted. Actually, I'm looking to see if there's any information on this other than what it.
Basically, it'll hit Earth in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
Wow.
huge. So we don't know. We don't know where it's gonna be. So just keep an eye up in the sky.
So I wonder whose fault that was. That's running around the lab going,
Oops.
"Oops."
Whoopsies. You guys have anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking.
Make it snappy. I'm sweating.
I have the AC running. We got some air flowing in here. I can feel a little bit of cool air coming in.
I'm on
First
the far
off-
end.
Yeah.
First off, I will say because you're talking about space and Brett hates space, so I'm gonna go ahead and say something. This happened yesterday. The 4 astronauts that went up came back down safely
yes,
through
it is.
SpaceX.
Did you see the video where the guy was dancing? He's like really happy. He's like, yeah, I'm back.
No. But the 4 astronauts that returned to Earth, that was the first time there was a splashdown by U.S. crew since the Apollo 8 moonshot in 1968. Went
Good
up,
fact.
came back down. So,
Nice.
yay! And on top of that, the next thing that I wanted to announce was today. They let you finally go into one-on-one meet, like through the internet, meet these first 4 civilians that are going to be going up, that we talked about weeks ago, up to orbit the Earth in the SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule and then come back down. It is 4 Americans. One's a billionaire, one's a childhood cancer survivor, one is a scientist instructor, and the other one's an engineer.
So then none of them have.
These are not
Ooh.
astronauts. They are the ones that
Wow.
are being trained to just go
So one
up,
of them
orbit
didn't-
Earth, and come back
Well,
down.
doesn't that make them astronauts?
Well, meaning they're not like
Does that mean that one of them's like this is just like a make a wish for them or what?
How they
But you said
How-
one of them's a
That's the-
cancer survivor.
how they
and-
picked it. I think this is the thing I was talking about like last year, where you could like sign up or something to
Mhm.
basically get this.
I guess you
This
could
trip.
say that
They're
they did
taking civilians, untrained.
just like
people.
how Captain Stephen Hiller applied to NASA to be an astronaut and got denied. These people didn't necessarily have to apply to be an astronaut. They were
Right.
chosen, but when they get the training and they go up, they're
Yes, that
astronauts.
makes them astronauts. But
Yeah.
do you understand what I'm
Yes.
trying to
Yeah,
say?
that's
I
kind of
do.
crazy
Okay.
though.
So, but yeah, they have like the picture and everything of all of them, and they're all excited, ready to go.
Figure out all of our Earth secrets, whether or not we're
if
flat.
they're getting paid.
If they're getting
Well,
paid,
that'd be
I have
interesting.
no idea.
I think the experience alone.
That and the whole like we were talking about taking people to Mars or whatever. So there was some kind of like article that came out from Elon Musk that did say like,
He said if they die, they die.
yeah, that basically said they know anybody that goes up.
Sure
You should
they-
know that this is a one-way trip.
Why is that news?
They signed a waiver, I'm sure.
Oh my god. So
Honestly, I think anybody that gets on a spaceship, you pretty much know or should suspect the best. But you should also know there's a big ass chance you probably
So-
ain't coming back.
Well, you also, if you're SpaceX, you don't want to be sued by their family if they don't come back. So that's why you have them sign
That's
a waiver.
that, of course. And like, I'm not putting you up in this like $1 billion jet just so you can sue me for dying.
real quick, I called out IGN on their bullshit on
Yeah, I
Facebook.
think I
Yes,
saw
you
that.
did.
There's 2 things I called out, but one of them I'm going to talk about real easy is Mortal Kombat beating the box office record for post-pandemic. And I said, this isn't news. This is not news.
No.
You would expect a high, detailed, action Hollywood production film to do pretty well, just like Godzilla.
Well,
it's not news.
I don't really have as much of a problem with that story as I did with
You want
this
me to
next
talk about
one.
the other one?
Yes.
Where they were talking about Elliot Page?
Yes.
And I said, it was on GameSpot. Let me see if I can just pull this up.
Oh, by the way, it's a 3-day voyage around the Earth is what the civilians are doing.
Really?
And it's funded by a billionaire, and it will help raise money for St. Jude Research Hospital.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least they're doing that.
It's what's called the first all civilian space flight into orbit is what it is.
So
Here it
who's
is.
flying the ship?
It's probably run just like the way that this last SpaceX thing was it's just programmed.
So I'm going up there.
Go
and
up,
say,
Trust a computer, and then you come back
I'm going
down.
up there as a civilian with no actual real astronaut on board. Hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
So GameSpot came out with an article talking about Elliot Page, talking about post-pandemic and being coming out and everything. And I said, hey, I follow GameSpot for video game news. I don't follow it for anything else, and I don't need them to come out with any other articles that tell me otherwise. And I said, is this video games? I like video games. Can't wait for Halo. No articles I've seen on that. Nobody's been talking about Halo. And a new Mario Kart. I mean, people have been talking about that and rumoring that. I'd like to see articles about that. I don't need interviews from celebrities on my video game articles, is what my issue was. And someone said she was in Beyond Two Souls and The Last of Us and all that.
She
I
has credits
understand.
for video games.
I understand that, but I mean, no one's talking about a lot of other video game company people who are needing interviews, especially people who are needing to talk about all of the issues with Epic and all those other company interviews. They're talking to celebrities instead, and it's kind of boring. Bothers me.
Well, the only thing I'll say is, in this climate, they're gonna put articles that they think will get clicks.
Clickbait. Yes, I
Yeah.
mean that's the way it is, and I understand that that's the way the articles work. Then we got some of our friends quoting. You remember Lucas?
Yes.
Because I was talking about Mario Kart and Halo, and he's like, "What about playable Master Chief with a warthog in Mario Kart?" I mean, Microsoft and Nintendo. I was like, "Oh my god, I never knew I wanted this stuff until you mentioned it."
I don't want it like full size, so he just runs over everybody.
Yeah. I can see an animation on the internet on that. That's funny. All right, we got to get out of here.
Yes.
Word.
Alex, you want to plug your Twitch? We can go.
Yes, if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. As you heard before, I was playing a little bit of the new Pokemon Snap, which is amazing, by the way. And playing Call of Duty. And with Call of Duty Cold War, we're on to Season 3 right now with the Battle Pass. And we are now really into the new way of playing zombies, which is very addicting.
It's
And
very good.
Rick, if you're listening to this episode, I already apologized to you first thing last night because he has been trying to get us to play zombies for a long time. And we were just like, nope, it sucks. We've already tried it. We don't like it. Well, they updated it, and it's amazing.
It's really good.
It's like very
so
addicting,
good.
and it's very cool, and we like it.
It's not like it
The only
used to
thing we
be.
don't like is that you can only play with 4 people.
Yes.
So,
Can you drop a zombie with a headshot?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, good.
You get okay.
It is
so
so
we were
fun.
playing. We were playing. I think it's called Outbreak, right?
Yes.
It's the newest one that just came out in this season.
Yeah.
It's an actual story of what you need to do, and it's an open world.
It's open world. It's
vastly
so
open.
cool.
I'm talking open. You don't get
Mhm.
you don't get claustrophobic until
Yeah,
you
it's not like any of the other zombies, but there are callbacks when you get transported into little like arena areas to get
to pass.
certain
And survive.
areas and survive, and you
Yeah.
know, like the building of the windows and
yeah.
stuff and things like that. But other than that, it's just open world. Go and loot houses while you're getting overrun. Like it has, Josh and I agreed, it has a Left 4 Dead feeling mixed with, I said, Borderlands with your special abilities mixed with,
I get a little bit of Dead Island.
okay, sure, because you can craft things and things
Mhm.
like that. So Dead Island, and I said Warzone/Blackout from
Because of the open
Black
field.
Ops 4.
It looks like the Blackout field.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
You don't just drop in or whatever. You
start at a certain
You start
spot.
off at a certain spot. Like it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's a
I want to
lot
play
of
more of
fun.
it. I want to play more of it. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
You know, it would be a cool video game mechanic
Hmm.
for first-person shooters. So, you know, you press, what is it, X to reload.
Yeah.
I want to see a 2-button QuickTime event for reloading.
Oh,
What?
instead of there kind of is with Gears.
There's a little active reload with
Oh, you
Gears.
mean
Yeah.
that is what you mean?
I want a 2 different button QuickTime event for reloading a magazine. The reason why
I'm getting an idea of what you
is
want.
because all these years on first-person shooters, you just take for granted that you reload.
Yeah.
Well, in real life, reloading is something you got to pay attention, or you're going to screw up, especially if you're under duress.
Oh, and the opportunity if you do it too fast,
Yeah,
you can jam a bullet.
jam a
You
bullet.
could, or if you don't slap a rifle magazine in hard enough, it will fall out.
Yes.
You know, because
They got to click.
you got to hear the click,
I will
then
tell
you
you,
got to close the bolt.
that's probably never going to happen.
I'm sure it won't, but it would be a cool, realistic way.
It would be.
Alex,
They could
Alex,
probably do
hold
like
on.
realism mode. Maybe.
Brett, there are 2 video games you need to check out now.
Okay.
What?
They are on PC.
Okay.
One of them, I believe, is not Valorant. Quentin is very obsessed with it, and he just announced it's realism. What you're talking about?
Okay.
Like I'm talking real stuff. I'll have to look them up and I'll have to mention them to you
Okay.
after this. There's 2 games that he's been playing. I think Tarkov is one of them. Escape of Tarkov.
Mhm.
That's one of
Oh,
them.
I think I saw something.
And then there's another one that just got released. But it's really, and Briggs been playing it too. That's one
Yes.
with the boobs, the girls
The funny the
on
one
the
that he
wheelbarrow.
keeps, yeah, the one that he keeps posting. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about your Twitch?
I'm cool. Follow me.
All right. Follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You'll see me streaming on Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. I'm all over the place with video games right now. I don't really have a set controlled. I don't know what I'm playing officially all the time, but it's all over the place. Just have to follow me. I want to just kind of grasp on Warzone and maybe Borderlands right now, but that's about it. So make sure you follow me there. And as
I
far
miss
as
Sanctuary again.
Oh yeah, yeah. You like playing Borderlands 2 though? Yeah. Well,
Yes, I do.
You missed. Okay.
I
so,
missed Sanctuary again. I missed my 4th gun slot.
So when we played Borderlands 2 for the first time, Brett, back in God knows decade
When
and a
it
half
came
ago,
out.
on the 360. There's a mission you have to play. You play missions in Borderlands to unlock weapon slots. You can carry 4 weapons eventually. Like you can carry a sniper, rocket launcher, pistol, submachine gun, assault rifle, whatever. But in Borderlands 2, there's a mission that you have to do where Alex missed out again, where you do this mission and you get your 4th weapon slot.
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing on Tuesday, and we did this, and we actually got it. And Alex missed out again because she's busy doing other things.
I had something to do that night.
It's no big deal. She's played through an entire campaign.
Oh yeah, I played through an entire campaign with 3 weapons. They're like, "How did you do that?" And I'm like, "I'm boss."
So
I do I have played with it with 4 weapon slots, and it's nice. I'm like, "Oh, that's what this feels like."
Yeah. So we did it again, but anyways. Back to our episode as far as the podcast goes. Make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Make sure you do so, and then hitting the bell to be notified for when we're live, which is every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you follow us on our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We post our meme up on all of our socials every Monday as far as our fan question goes. So make sure you're following us on those channels. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, I don't really have one.
I got a joke.
Okay.
I got a joke.
I've got jokes stored up for final notes. So.
Oh, that's nice. We had a little something.
Go ahead.
I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
We're not going to go into a huge subject about it.
What?
Josh and I, on like more of a personal, not personal, kind of weird subject, we were talking about, I don't want to say expanding certain little things in the relationship. And Josh was talking about, like, you know what, you have your kiss. Like, I give you your kiss, but you don't have a kiss for me. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I thought that was our kiss. He's like, no, that's your kiss. I gave you your kiss. So he's like, you should experiment and find some kind of thing where I'm like, that's my kiss. I'm like, oh, okay. So I looked up on the internet for the first time in like 20 years how to kiss a guy. Like, it's just the things that would pop up. And so I looked up, like,
things guys like
the way, like, you know, grab the back of their neck or things like that. So I looked up, like, I'm not joking, the top 10 like top kisses that pop up on Google, and I tried this on Josh, and I was like, we both agreed, nope, this is wrong. And one of them was guys like girls licking their eyelids.
What?
Yes, it is on there as a top 10, and it is on there multiple times on multiple sites.
That's weird.
And I was like, you know what? If it's creditable enough, we have to check this out. And I'm like, all right, take off your glasses. So I did it. We're like, yeah, don't do that.
Weird.
So I have to ask if anybody's a fan of the podcast and, you know, any of the social media, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
If that's really a thing, and if so, just be like, yeah, we do it all the time.
Yes. Did you hear that in due to noise complaints, they passed a law in Hawaii that you're no longer allowed to laugh above a certain decibel?
Is that the joke?
No, you can only use aloha.
I actually looked at you like you were serious. I'm like, well, that's fucked up. I can't control how loud I laugh.
Aloha. All right. Happy birthday, Patrick, by the way.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Birthday.
Yes.
He didn't make me mad, but he's been trying. I've been trying to get him to help me with this freaking matriarch on Gears, and he was out of town all weekend.
He was, yeah.
Hey, we were yelling at him too because we needed him on Friday and Saturday.
You didn't check with us before you.
I said the exact same thing. Last night he joined. Like, we were playing. Like I said, we were playing zombies first, and we can only play with 4 people. So it was me, Josh, Rick, and Brig.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Patrick got on, and he's like, we invited her to party. He's like, well, thanks, guys. Like, I was like, oh, no, we're out playing zombies the whole night. We're eventually going to have, like, because we only have 4 slots. We'll play multiplayer later. And I was like, besides, it was your fault. You're the one who went out and celebrated your birthday in Reno and all. So, I mean, like, you didn't ask us for permission. So, yeah, we said the exact same thing.
That's what you get.
That's what you get, Patrick.
A lot of times with cousin Andrew, if he travels for work sometimes, and I'll ask if he wants to do something or something. He's like, I'm out of town that week or weekend, and I'm like,
yeah,
why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know we were married.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll catch you next week for episode 255. Bye, guys.
Bye.